Assam, in many ways, is a place of exceptional interest.
Hemmed in as India by the sea on the southeast and the southwest, and by the lofty chains of Himalayas on the north. The routes between it and the rest of the Asia, which are practicable for the migration on the large scale, lie northwest and northeast confines. The so-called Aryans and many invaders such as the Greek, the Huns, the Pathans and the Mughals entered India from the northwest, but through Assam have come successive hordes of immigrants from the great hive of Mongolian race in western China. The Ahom dynasty ruled the present-day Assam for nearly 598 years, about 600 years, and that's very long. It was established by Sukhafa, prince of Mao, who came Assam crossing Patkai mountains. The rule of this dynasty ended up with the Burmese invasion of Assam and subsequent annexation by the British East India Company following the Treaty of Yandubu in 1826.
But let's talk about a bit near history of Assam.
Coming a bit near to the present, Shahid Muzammil Haq, who was the first martyr of Madhya movement of Assam and received martyrdom at young age of 12 during All Assam Student Union.
But don't get ahead of me, people. Let's come a little to the present day.
Assam is the place where you cannot define in limited words. The land has given not only beautiful sceneries but also the talent that no one has ever witnessed before. One of the many talents of Assam and a true gem of India is Dr. Bhupendra Hazarika. His songs, written and sung mainly in Assamese language by himself, are marked by humanity and universal brotherhood and have been translated and sung in many languages, most notably in Bengali and Hindi. Another personality of Assam is Siva Prasad Barua. He was a renowned planter, a philanthropist, politician, and humanist. He was a pioneer or pathbreaker in Assamese journalism who published Batori, the first newspaper of Assam. And we also have Mahendranath Dukanfukan, who was an artist, a poet, a journalist, and a craftsman. A strange kind of personality in Google could not answer much about. But if we talk about beauty of Assam, it is indeed something that cannot be mentioned in words and definitely on the bucket list of one who wanted to visit Assam. Its beauty is evident due to the lush green tea fields, mystic hills, wild forests and wildlife, and sparkling Brahmaputra river. It's a place which is always brimming with tourists. It's also a home for one-horned rhino in Kaziranga National Park. Assam is also producer of 630 to 700 million kilo of tea alone on an average for more than 2 decades. If we talk about Assamese language, it's also Indo-Aryan language spoken mainly in northeast Indian state of Assam. It is the eastmost Indo-European language spoken by over 14 million speakers and serves as lingua franca of the region.
But the Assamese youngsters have created their own language, sort of, starting from Lilimai, referred to romance but in a cringy way. Lebel, someone who's over smart or a kind of a show off. Mokkel, stupid. Khet, a person with flirtish behavior. Albal, blabbering something completely senseless and useless. Ologodho. People, if you're watching this and if you're from Assam or you know Assami, comment down below that if the pronunciation is correct, because I don't know how it's pronunciated, it's very complex. And it referred as idiot. Gurusur. It is referred as someone you are very angry with, but if we go to the word meanings about it, to be exact, it referred to as cow plus thief. I mean, cow thief. That makes no sense. I'm sorry. Kamur, annoyed by a person or a thing to an extent that just make person very angry. And dhop is a person who is show off. Moving on. This was the part of history that Assam has achieved. Now comes that part of history which is in the making.
The most played game in Assam is football, and many bright talents are found there. Guwahati Town Club was established in 1906 and is the oldest football club where you can find many pro players.
Even in the esports,
As history tells, the nightmare and disgrace of the actions of Nikhil Kumawat, infamously known as Forsaken, caught cheating with World EXC program at Shanghai tournament. To overcome such disgrace and dishonor, our new generation is trying to overcome the fact and gain our former glory through ECA, that's known for Esports Club of Assam.
so guys, here's the complete video. Without making the video further longer and more monotonous and boring, I end the video here. Hopefully this video is helpful for everybody and informative in such a way that whenever you go to Assam, you can relate to it and give a very brief information about the Assam. Thank you so much people, and I'm out.